Canva Create 2024 didn't disappoint, did it? There are so many updates that I need to show you around, including a brand new interface. Now, I've gone backwards and forwards as to whether I like this interface, but after using it for a couple of weeks, I pretty much like it. So let's dive in and let me show you around all of the new features and updates inside of Canva.
Launch sequence.
Locked on target. Blast off.
We've been cleared for landing.
Let's start off with the brand new homepage. It looks a little bit different. We've got the same kind of like look and feel a little bit in the middle here. Some of these buttons, they are now round, and we've also got the search options up here. If you switch over to templates under this section here, you'll see you've got the magic design option where you can use more than 5 words to describe your design, and that did have a bit of an update. You'll notice that the create a design button has now moved all the way over to the left hand side, so you can click on the create a design button here and that'll open up a new modal, and then this new modal will then just you'll know how to use this. Taking you down the left hand side menu, you can have a look, and you can, when you do get access to this, you'll have access to this see what's changed option here. We've got 5 updates to docs, we've got templates and apps, what's new in glow up, and some guides to teamwork. You can go through and have a look at all those. I'm not going to show you those here. On the next section here, this is where you've got some customization on your homepage. You can add in here sections, and what sections are is kind of like a temporary area where you can easily access regularly used files and folders, so you can add those into your section. So if you just type in section 1, okay, you've got that here, and then we are in our projects area here. Let's say we've got a design, let's say we want to put this design here. You can just drag this design over into section 1 and that'll put that in there for you. So if you've got a design or a folder or something else like that, because you can do this with folders, so you can just see I can just grab a folder and drop that in there, and you can drag those folders in there really easily and then be able to access them quickly from the homepage. If this is a temporary project that you're doing, you can then just delete the folders, and you can see that section has now been deleted. There's no warning on there about deleting sections at the moment. I do believe that's something that the team are looking at changing. But at the moment, if you do delete a section, you'll see that the folder or the actual files don't get deleted. It's just that temporary holding section there. And you can also, as I say, star items as well. So if I just go backwards onto here, we can see if we just star an item here. So if you launch where you've got the launch test files, these are just files that I've been playing about with over the last couple of weeks. You can see you've got the launch test files option here now down on that left hand panel under your starred items. You've also got access to your recent designs, so if there's a design you've been working on recently, and yes, I know I've got some of these as untitled designs I'm playing about, it's a test area, okay? Don't come at me. Next, we've got our brand kits in the normal area, and you'll see that these are all here. Some of my fellow Canva Verified Experts have been adding in their brand kits because this is our little test area that we have access to. So you can see in here you've got all your normal brand kits, and these look normal and they are very familiar. And if you've not watched my video about setting up your brand kit, do go and check that out. It is a Canva Pro feature, and there's a trial of Canva Pro down in the description below and on my website, Better Content Creators. Next, we're going to take a look at the design window, and this is where a lot of the updates are happening, and you'll see in here it is a much cleaner looking area. So let's dive in and take a look. Welcome to the new design window. I think you'll agree, this kind of like, it looks like, where do I start? So some of you might be thinking that, and what I want to do is take you through step by step as to what's actually changed. There's a lot in here that will be familiar, but there's a lot also that has moved around, including some of like the little menu items. Let's dive in and take a look. We've got our familiar kind of like window, and you can click on these and these do pop out and stay out, but you'll notice that it's just got a lot cleaner like look and feel to this. And you can come in and you can just normally, you know, as you would do with any of your designs, your elements and text and everything else like that is all here. Nothing much has changed down the side here apart from the way it actually looks and feels. It's just that cleaner look. And if you do want to close this panel now, you do have this little X up here. Beforehand there was like a little tab at the side here, and that's how you can close the panel. One of the big features or the big changes in the new design window is the floating toolbar. Let's click on some text and you'll see the toolbar up here now appears. And you've got the normal options up here. You can like change your fonts and everything else like that. You can animate, you can change the position. Some of these are all familiar, but it does just look that little bit different. If you want to see the full menu, you can just pop that out to the right hand side. It used to come and pop up on the left hand side next to all the other menus. Now it pops up on the right hand side, and in here you can see you've got all of your normal effects. You've got all of your font options. You've got Magic Write, so you can come in and if you've got Canva Pro, again, trial down below in the description and on my website, you can try out Magic Pro. You've got all of your animate options are all in here. You've got your position, so your changing of your layers and all of your positions of all of your elements are all in here in this new right hand side pop out navigation panel. You can copy the style and you can also translate the text. Now, if you're in the page view of a static design and you think, well, actually, I really want to make a video of this, the way that has changed inside of the new Canva interface might be a little bit confusing, and you might think, like, where on earth has this moved to? Down in the bottom right hand corner here, if you switch to thumbnail view, okay, you can then see you can do this scroll view as well. So you can switch between that. So you get the option up here where you can switch between the pages. But you'll notice as I change that also, this duration option appeared down in the bottom left hand corner. And that then now allows you to switch to a video timeline, so you can add in your transitions between pages and you can start creating that as an animation. As I say, this area has changed quite significantly, and if you are accessing the new interface and you're thinking, where on earth have they moved that to, drop me a comment down below, and also just comment down below and let me know, did you watch the event? Just, yeah, say hi. Now, I know what you might be thinking. You might be thinking like, well, what about the image editing side of things? Let's quickly just add in a photo. I'm just going to quickly add this photo on here. And you can see you've got this normal or this new pop-out toolbar for image editing. Also, you've got some familiar options in here like border styles, flipping and cropping and transparency and a couple of animation options. If you click on the edit option, you'll see the actual window pops out to the side, and this is where you're going to be able to access all of your Magic Studio. You've got all the Magic Grab Text, Magic Expand, you've got all of your image effects, you've got all of your apps and things like that. You can also have all of your basics down here, so you can flip, you can add corners, transparency. This is where you're going to be able to add all your animations. You can see in here there are a few different or few new animations as well that they've added. I wasn't quite aware of those until I've just clicked on that. They're actually new to me, so I've just seen those. So there are a few new animations in here. This is where you're also going to be able to change your position of your image and change all of your layers. So that's where you're going to be able to come in and access all of those, and also use the copy style and paste style options. And as we click away from the image, you'll see that menu just disappears. Poof! In a cloud of smoke, it's gone. We click back on it and we have to then click edit. And there doesn't seem to be a way right now to keep that kind of like panel out to the side. I'm not sure if that would be useful, but yeah, you can see as you click away from your image, it disappears, and the floating toolbar changes depending on what you're actually selecting. So whether it's this or whether it's text, let's just quickly add some text. You can see all of these, you know, as I switch between the background, the text and the image, this floating toolbar is just so tiny in the middle there. But if you do want to pop out any of the side panels, you just click on these two kind of like greater than kind of like arrows, if you like, and that's then going to pop out all of the options there. Again, that's also there for the text and also for anything else with the background or any elements that you have added on there. It just, as you click around, you'll see this toolbar does change. So going back to the home page, the next thing I want to show you is an update to presentations and on-brand layouts for presentations. So we're just going to open up a presentation window here. You can see I can zoom this. I'm just using a trackpad, but you can zoom using the option down here. So you notice there is a little difference here up in the left-hand corner. We've now got this option of layouts and also styles. Now, if you have set up your brand kit, you can quickly and easily add your brand kit to these down the side here. So we're going to click our brand kit here. We can switch between brand kits if we wanted to. So we could choose somebody else's brand kit, but we're not going to. I'm going to use my Better Content Creators brand kit. I'm going to click on that. We're going to click on See Results. And you can see each of these templates, if you like, or layouts, as Canva call them, has now applied my brand kit colors. So I can just come in here and choose any of these that I want to add. And then once it's actually added them, it's going to give me a few subtle differences of that page chart layout. And you can see they all kind of like, it gives me that option there. We've also got over here styles, and we're going to be able to apply our brand kit styles on there if we've set up our brand kit. The next updated feature I want to show you is Style Match, and this is genius. Again, it's around brand kits. You might notice I like brand kits, okay? So we've come over and we're going to click on brand. I've just opened up a random template here. We're going to click on brand, and in order to find this, you're going to have to come over, once you've clicked on brand, to your brand templates. Now, if you've not set up a brand template, you can just create a design, and then you can see up in the corner here, publish as a brand template. So we're going to come back to brand. We're going to then click See All. And when we click See All, these are all our brand templates. So you can now, if you've got a brand template set up, you can see I've got this one set up here as a brand template. You can now apply your text only from your brand template. You can apply your colors only, or you can apply elements. So if your brand template has got specific elements in there, or you can apply the style, which will apply all three to the template. So let's give it a go and have a look. Apply style to page. There you go. And you can apply style to all pages. And if you wanted to, you can edit the design, but you can just quickly come in here and add your brand style template to any new design. Next, we've got a new feature in the Magic Media area. Now, we already know we can create we can create images and we can create videos, but you can now create elements inside of that area. Let me dive in and take a look. So in order to see this, if you come over to the Elements tab, click on that, and then navigate your way down to the AI image generator. You can click Create Your Own. Okay, and under here, this is the Magic Media panel. We've got images, we've got graphics, and we've got video. Now, these are in beta, but you can just have a play about with these, and there are a lot of different styles. And we can just click on all of these different styles and then click Generate Graphics. That's then going to go away and generate those graphics. That's the easiest way to come and access this. You will also be able to access it from within the apps area. So there we go, we've got our new elements, and we can just add those to any design we want to. And you can also choose from all of these other different styles. You've got monoline, so if you wanted to change that to monoline and click Generate again, you can do, and see what kind of like results it'll give you with different styles. I think I prefer like the elements where you can actually change the colors. If you could change the colors on these, that'd be amazing. And I know there's like an app where you can change colors. The next area that got a bit of an overhaul and some added new features is the Canva Docs area. Let's dive in and take a look at Canva Docs. Now, if you've not used Canva Docs, you can just find them on the home page, just using this doc option here. And this is what you're presented with. And on Canva Docs, if you click on the page anywhere, you'll see this little plus icon appears, and that's where you get this little menu coming up, and that's where we're going to have a look at some of the new features that have been added. But first of all, I'm just going to paste in some text. This is just some random text that I created using Magic Write. I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to create a second version of it. Let's say we like that text that we've got on there, but we want to kind of like give it a different voice, or it's AI generated, but it's not really in our voice. Well, now you can train Magic Write to actually be more in your voice. If you come up to Magic Write, once you've got the text highlighted here, you can click change voice. And I've created these two here. We've got custom voice and blog voice. When you first create this, you will click on create or add a new voice, and then you'll type in some sample text in here and then analyze your voice. You can see it's got to be between 250 characters and 3,750 characters. The more you're going to put in there, the better the voice is going to be for you. Now, I'm going to click out of that because I've already created a couple of voices, and right now I'm not sure how you can edit these voices in the future, but if I click on Magic Write and then come down to change voice, you can see I've got blog voice. Now what I did is I took one of my blog posts and trained the AI based on that to give it more of my voice. So if I click on that and click blog voice, it's going to go away and it's going to reword that more as if it's something that I would generally type out based on what it knows from one of my blog posts. And you can see that that's actually changed that a little bit there. And again, I'm going to come down, copy that, and I'm going to click on this one. Made me laugh because I kind of like put in a little bit more of a like London type voice, like geezer kind of voice is what we would call it here. And you click custom voice, and then you can see the two differences between these two voices that I've set up are very, very different. And I really like this feature. It's really fun. It's been really fun playing about with this and coming up with the difference. So you can see there that the two options are very different, and you can kind of like pause there and zoom in if you want to and read the two differences and how they come across very different. Now, a couple of new features in here, one of which is the highlight blocks. We're just going to click on the plus arrow there, and then we come down and we can see we've got highlight blocks. What are highlight blocks? We can change the colors, and you can see these have got different kind of like notes on them. We can add in here, we can come down and click on the highlight blocks, and we've got a warning option, and they're all kind of like different kind of like ways that you can put these in there. And again, if you click on these, click on the three little lines here, okay, and then on the three dots here, and you can expand this to be the full width. So you notice that once you've actually created the full width there, you can then just grab and move these handlebars if you like, and that will then help you make it more full width. Again, you can just come in and edit these. If you wanted these to be the different way around, just grab those three dots, drag them, and you can see that the two columns switch around. The next new feature inside of Canva Docs is suggestions, and this is where you can kind of like, maybe somebody else is going through your work or checking with your work with like maybe a team member or something like that. They might come and say, oh, well, I don't want to just use phones. If you come up to the menu here, you can see we're in editing mode right now, but we've also got this option called suggesting. Okay, so we can come in and we can say, well, actually, we don't want phones. We want it to be speakers. You can see that now has a suggestion, and it's going to come back, and it's going to, because it's just me on this team all by myself, okay, then, you know, it's up to me to whether to accept or reject that. You can see that it actually pops up there, and I'm going to reject that. I want it to just be phones. You can see it comes back to that, and that's just in suggestion mode. We can then come back to editing mode, and that's just in our normal mode where we'll be able to actually edit the document. It's a bit like having tracked changes on in a Word document or something like that. The next option, or the next new feature we've got in Canva Docs is columns. And you can see here we can select either 2 columns or 3, 4 columns, and you can just collect and select these. You can see there's a gap in the middle here, and you can, if you wanted to change the width of the gap there, you can see this layout spacing, and you can see that then shows column spacing, and you can see these getting narrower, or you can have them wider. And that's just a spacing option for your columns. And if you wanted these full width, again, you have to click on the full width option under the 3 dots, and you can select full width on that, and then you can just drag those out to be the full width. Now the next option you have under Canva Docs, and you'll see as you kind of like just page down, a document or a Canva doc just gets longer and longer and longer. If I just keep copying and pasting this text, you can see that it just gets into be one long page. However, not anymore. You can come here, you can insert a line, click on the 3 dots, and you can now add in page breaks inside of Canva Docs. If you decide that's not where you want it, come in, click the page break, and then click delete. Now I've just switched over to a different document to show you this option, and that is outline. Down in the bottom right hand corner, no, it's the bottom left hand corner, we've got outline, and this all depend on where our headings are or anything else like that. You can see you've got before, to, and after, and then all of these. If I add in here another heading, so if you come in and add a heading, hello, you can see it adds in there the outline. So it's really good to be able to see the outline of your document and make sure that you've actually got it formatted correctly. Really neat little features that they are adding. And when I first started using Canva Docs, I wasn't a massive fan, but I'm beginning to like them more and more as a document editing option inside of Canva. Really handy for kind of like creating like a quick PDF or something like that. Maybe it's a download or something like that that you want to share with your audience. Come in, create it inside of Canva Docs. And don't worry if you edit video inside of Canva, there are some new features inside of here as well that I think you're going to really like. Let's dive in and take a look at these new features inside of the Canva video editor. Okay, here we are, we're inside of the Canva video editor, and the first one I want to show you is the trim option.
Love my
you
brick
can see
head
up here, I've got the option to auto trim, and I've also got highlights. What auto trim is going to do is pick a selection from the video and just have that as the option that is going to then add to your timeline. And what highlights is going to do is pick out sections that it thinks will work well in a video. So let's click on highlights. And it's just going to go away and analyze the video and all the things that you are talking about. And I found this works best on videos where I'm not actually talking, but you know, I'm doing this just to demonstrate how this works. So let's say we wanted to follow this option first, and then we want to do the second option, and then the middle option. Okay, so what we can do is once we're happy with each of those highlights, we can then add those selections to the design, and we can see here it's actually added those in that order. The next option is enhanced voice. If you click on the audio section with your video selected, you'll then have this little menu that pops out at the side here, and you can click on enhance voice. Now what this is going to do is it's actually going to go away and analyze any background noises or anything else like that and remove them from your video. I don't have any in this video, so I'm not going to take your time up by showing you this, but have a go, have a play about with it, and let me know how you get on. But yeah, that's video or voice enhance inside of Canva. And it's just those two options. I was hoping that we'd see a whole bunch of like new transitions, but there's nothing new on the transition side. I'm sure the team are probably working very hard on there. But yeah, those are the only couple of like little features when it comes to video options inside of Canva. And that brings us on to a couple of updates inside of the Canva Magic Studio. I really like a couple of these features. They've been, when they first came out, I wasn't sure about these, but again, these new updates really take it to the next level. So let's have a look at editing an image inside of Canva. Here we are. This is just a random image. It's got some objects here, and it just, you know, it's like a desk, and it's got a iPad on there. We're going to come up to the image edit, and you can now access the Magic Studio here. We're going to click on Magic Grab first of all, and we'll see that we've got this new option. You can see it's like sweeps past that, and you can see you can either grab the table, you can grab the plant pot, you can grab the iPad. Let's say we wanted to grab the iPad and the glass, and then maybe the page on this. We can grab that as well. So let's grab all of that. We can grab that, or you can choose to brush over them as well. But let's just grab those. And it's going to take a few moments to just kind of like grab those and lift those up from the page. And we're going to be able to then resize these items if we wanted to. Now we've got that and it's actually grabbed those items, we can see we can just remove those. And it's filled that desk in. Oh my word. I've been playing about with this and I didn't even expect it to be that good. Wow. That's actually quite impressive. Okay, so then we can just delete those, or you can choose to resize them if you wanted to. Say you wanted to make them a bit smaller, you can do. And if you wanted to just cut that off, you can just crop the image and make that smaller. You get the idea. A magic grab inside of Canva. Next, we're going to have a look still inside this area here, and that magic or grab text has had an update. Again, we've got this similar grab text option. We can either click or we can click all text. So this is really handy if sometimes there's something in the background that you didn't want to like edit the text on or anything else like that. So let's say we wanted to just keep that, but we wanted to just select these two items here. We can just grab just those two items now, and it's going to go away and analyze this again and decide whether we can edit that. And what it'll do is it'll actually try and best match the font style as well. So you can see there, we've grabbed those. I'm just going to zoom in there a little bit. You can see I can now just remove that, and it's grabbed that text, but it's not touched the rest of the text. So if I wanted to just remove that off there, say it had something on there that you didn't want, you can just remove that from there. My mind is blown as to how well this has come along. Next, we've got a little app that they've added in called Belnd. So I'm just going to come over to Photos, and I'm going to look for a cup. So let's have a look for a coffee cup. Let's have a look for a coffee cup. Okay, so we've just got a very plain, normal arrange of coffee cups. I'm going to pick this one, and let's say we wanted to put this one on the table, but it looks a bit, it doesn't look really in place. So we've put our cup on there. We're going to select the cup and we're going to select our background. We're going to open up the menu or the side selection, and we've got this new app called Belnd. So let's click on Belnd. We've selected those two images, and what it's going to do is it's going to use AI to kind of like analyze the item that we've added and also the surroundings that are already there, and kind of try and blend them two in so it doesn't look like it's just been added on there. Now, I've not tried this one yet so far, so this is just me testing this live. Okay, so it does give us 4 results on here as to what this could look like, and it's actually, on some of them, it's actually changed the coffee cup. It's actually changed the coffee cup. So we can then just decide whether that's the one we want, and once it's on there, that's it, it's done. If we don't like the results, we can click generate new results, but we click done, and that's it. That coffee cup is now blended in onto the background, and that's now become part of the image. You can see I can't select that. I wonder if I click undo, whether that would work. Yeah, if you click undo, then you can just remove that there. So it kind of like blends the two images together. Now this works on objects only. It doesn't work on people and animals right now, but then who knows in the future whether it'll do that. But that's Magic Belnd inside of Canva. Next, we've got a little update to the Magic Resize options. It's actually now called Resize and Magic Switch. Now this is a Canva Pro feature, and if you're watching to the end of this, and if you're actually watching this, then just comment down below peas and mash. I don't know. Comment something really funny down below. If you're watching this, just give me something funny down below to make me laugh, because you've been watching for quite some time now. Anyway, Magic Resize and Switch, or Resize and Magic Switch. This has had a little bit of an update. You click on this now, and you can see you've got it transform into a doc. Okay, so you can transform it into a doc. You can have a summary, and if you click in the box here, you've got all of these other options, marketing, ideas and emails, and just put it into all text or even song lyrics. But this now has a slightly different look, and if you want to resize, you can just click resize on here, so you can turn a presentation into an Instagram story or something like that, or transform it into an outline or some kind of content marketing ideas, transform it into a doc, and that'll then open it up into a Canva Doc. Couple of things to note: you can't actually resize a Canva Doc, so once you're in a Canva Doc, but you could transform that into, say, a blog post or an outline or anything else like that. You can transform it into any of those, but that will stay inside as a Canva Doc. And if you're using Canva for work, this next feature or this next new feature is going to make your life so much easier. If you come to the Canva homepage and then click on templates, once you're inside of the templates area, you've now got work kits. This makes life so much easier, whether you're in marketing, sales, HR, or something creative. Click on any of these. You can see HR. What have we got? We've got details about our company structure, a hiring plan. We've got a candidate, a recruitment for a candidate, or anything else like that. We've got a team announcement. We've got newsletters, employee handbooks. All of these things inside of here, inside of work kits. If you click back on work kits, you've also got marketing. Marketing will have things like campaign strategies, campaign reports, marketing briefs, all these good things. And you can also connect to your favorite apps inside of Canva, whether that's Asana, Monday.com, Later, or any of these other apps, Slack, Frontify, I don't even know what that is, not used that one, but you've got all of these other options inside that you can actually connect your work kits to. So that's work kits inside of Canva. Not something that I use. I work for myself from home inside of my office here next to all my wonderful Lego. So that's work kits. Have a look through those and let me know what you think of those. But boy, was there a lot of updates there. And if you, as I say, if you are still here, do click that subscribe button. We're going to be doing a lot more tutorials on some of these new features inside of Canva. We've got a lot of other things that I've got planned over the next 6 months. So do make sure you click like and subscribe. Any questions, drop them down below. And thank you very much, and bye for now.